You said this business trip was for 1 week, but when I asked Robin, he said the trip ended 2 days ago. Where were you, Jungkook, and what's going on? He turned towards you frustrated. His behavior was getting changed every day. Now you have started asking other people about what I do and what not. You shook your head. It's not like how you're thinking, Jungkook. I just got worried for you. I don't know why, but these days you don't tell me anything. Then please stop worrying about me, Vian. Don't think much about me. Just live your life. You looked at him confused. I'm your wife, Jungkook. What's wrong in worrying about a man I love? Every wife thinks for her husband's well-being. I need to rest. We'll talk later. He walked inside the room, leaving you standing there helpless. How fast things started to change between you. His ignorance is killing you from inside. You were so happy and excited to share the news of your pregnancy to him, but he was not in a good mood. After some time, he came back in the living room and called your name. This time, his expressions were completely different. He was looking nervous. You looked at him with confused eyes. Vian, I want to talk to you. Your heart was beating so fast as there was a bad feeling about something. What is it, Jungkook? He grabbed your hand softly and made you sit on the couch while he sat on his knees in front of you, and his grip on your hand tightened as if it would be the last time. What happened, Jungkook? You asked gently. He was having hard time to look in your eyes. He lets out a shaky breath and looked down to your hand, caressing the ring in your finger. He lifted up his face, and you got shocked to see tears in his eyes. You again asked him, What's the matter, Jungkook? I'm sorry, Vian, but I think you deserve someone better than me. You brought your brows together in confusion and also scared. What are you talking about, Jungkook? I know I'm wrong and I'm guilty for that, but Vian, I don't want to keep you in dark anymore. I feel more guilty this way. Vian, I'm sorry, but we can't live together. Let's get divorced. He looked up to see a reaction, but you were sitting there still like a statue. He understood that he needs to explain more. I'm sorry, Vian, but I don't love you anymore. I'm going to live with the girl I'm in love with. What? Is this some kind of prank, Jungkook? He looked down. I'm serious, Vian. She's pregnant with my child. You heard your world breaking apart. Your heart clenched as you looked at him unbelievably. Pregnant? You're not serious, right? I'm sorry. You pulled your head from his and looked at him. What the hell are you talking, Jungkook? How can you? Are you really a human? I don't know when did this happen, but now she needs me. I can't leave her and I love her. Your heart ached to hear those words from his mouth. Your husband is telling you that he fell for another girl and also get her pregnant. Since when? Since when you were doing all this, Jungkook? How did I never got to know about it? He tried to come near you, but you stepped back, preventing yourself from his touch. Since when you were in a relationship with another girl and I never got to know. I'm sorry, Vian, but I don't know when did this happen. I'm really sorry. I know you don't deserve a guy like me and that's why I want you to be free. How easy for you to say all this, Jungkook? How come you never thought about me while doing all this? How come you fell out of love from me? I will give you proper financial support. You don't need to worry about that. In fact, you can have this house. Your heart was ripping from inside. His words were stabbing you like a sharp knife, yet he wasn't stopping. What would I do with all this? Don't you feel ashamed of yourself? I'm sorry, Vian, but she needs me now. Then what about me? What about this child that I'm pregnant with? Don't you feel bad for me? You finally let your anger out. He looked at you surprised. You are pregnant? You already started to cry. You are a traitor, Jungkook. I never thought I was living with a man like you who was in a relationship with another girl. You dropped on the couch covering your mouth with your hands trying to cover the noises from your sobbings. I'm sorry, Ryan. You started to cry your heart out meanwhile he was not having courage to come near you. Why? Why you do? Why did you do that? If you wasn't happy with me, then why didn't you told me earlier? Where would I go with this child? Is that what I got for loving you? You started to breathe heavily while he tried to come near you, but you stopped him. Don't you dare to touch me. I know I broke your heart, but I also don't know how and when did this happen. You slowly lift up your face and looked at him. Do you seriously not know anything? Not even for once my thought came in your mind while having extramarital affairs with another woman? Is she that pretty and good that you decided to leave me? Do you seriously want to go to her? He looked down while you bit your lower lip, preventing yourself from crying, but it didn't work. You looked away, trying to hold your tears back. Okay, I'll leave. In fact, I'll leave right now because there's nothing which I can call mine. You went in your room and started to pack your things. You took out your bag and started to shove your clothes and other necessary stuff inside. Why listen to me? You can have this house. I will go away from here. You turned at him. Why? Why would I stay in this house? I'm not the one who brought it. In fact, I don't want anything that is related to you. Where would you go in this condition? You laughed and looked at him. The pain was visible in your tone and eyes were already puffy. Since when you start caring about me, Jungkook? How can you still talk to me like this when you should know how much I'm hating you at this moment? That even looking at your face is making me feel disgusting. He looked down. How easy was it for you to fall out of love, right? Jungkook, the way you have broke my heart apart, I'll pray to God to make you feel the same heartbreak. That would be the day when you'll feel my pain. That day you would truly understand what you did to me. You zipped your bag and left from there. You were sitting on the stairs crying your heart out as no one was there to hear you. The pain was unbearable, plus everything happened so out of blue that you didn't got chance to hold yourself. You've been loving a guy who was never yours, who was never been honest with you. Still, you spent 2 years of your life with him. More than you, he felt the need to be with the other woman because according to him, she needs him more and not you, who is on the same page. He didn't even care about your feelings. All those times when he stay out of home for days, you always wait for him but never once doubted or tried to find out what's going on. Not because you love him, but you also trusted him. That he isn't that type of guy, but you were wrong. Now you have nowhere to go, no one to share this pain. You are dying inside. There's a long way to go, and if you don't hold yourself together, there is no future for you and this innocent who lost its father even before coming in this world. You were crying, and there was someone who was watching you standing at a little distance. He knows it wasn't a wise decision to go and ask you the reason of your heartbreak, so he stood there looking at you. That's enough, JK. You are drinking way too much. She took the bottle from his hand and put it aside. His eyes were teary and red. What I have done today. Maybe there is no forgiveness for that. I have broke her heart. She hugged him. It's better to let her go rather than keeping her in dark. Jungkook closed his eyes as tears rolled down into his cheek. I'm not the one who deserves a pure heart like her. She cupped his face and made him look at her. It's not your fault, Jungkook, and she's a strong woman. She may find someone better. He didn't said anything. He can't even tell her that you were also pregnant with his child and you have nowhere to go in this condition. Bring those boxes inside. Would you be able to do it? You nodded and came at the front of the shop to get all the seafood boxes inside the shop. Things are not easy when you decide to walk alone on the path, but everything is possible if you made your willpower strong. Feelings for other makes you weak, and sometimes you make yourself emotionally dependent to other person. That it's hard to live without and move on, but always remember, once you bury that feeling deep inside you and make yourself emotionally independent, there is no thing that can stop you from moving forward. It's been 6 months and you have learned to live by yourself. Of course, it's not easy to forget the past, especially when the wound is fresh, but you get to do it for yourself. You got to be selfish in order to survive. Your belly started to get big, yet you do so many part time jobs to support yourself financially. This little soul inside you gives you strength because you're not the only one in this situation. This little human is also suffering along with you. You pick the box ready to carry it inside, but someone took it from your hand. Leave them, I'll do it. It's okay, I will do it. It's not that heavy. He looked at you. Did you never go to school? You looked him confused. Huh? He chuckled, finding your confused face cute, and walked inside carrying the boxes. Don't you dare to touch any of those boxes, he shouted from inside. You sat down on the chair to have your lunch. You used to work in so many places, but then Tiang offered you full-time job here because he doesn't like when you work going from one place to another even in this condition. He indirectly tries to help you in so many ways because he know very well you won't accept it directly and you still not. You don't want anyone's sympathy. You lift up your head when someone put a glass of fresh orange juice in front of you, and he was no other than Taeyang. He sat beside you. You need this. You didn't say anything. How come you never smile? Is it that difficult? You looked at him. Now it has become the biggest dream of my life to see you smiling. You again didn't say anything and started to eat your lunch as you already know his behavior. He's such a cheerful and talkative guy. In the starting you used to feel a bit weird, but now you're comfortable. You should eat more vegetables. He put some carrots and spinach in your plate while you tried to stop him. I don't like to eat this. You tried to pick it out, but he trapped the chopsticks between his. In this stage, you need more nutrition. Don't you really know anything? Ajumma. He called the lady who also works here in this shop. What happened? Why don't you give her some advices for what to do and what not during pregnancy? She seems clueless about everything. In fact, I know a lot more than her. You looked at him. Don't give me that look. Women like takes care of themselves at this moment and here you are working non-stop. They have a reason to do that. They have someone to support them and tell them what to do. Not all stories are same. You picked up your box and left from there while Taeyang looked in your direction. As his smile faded, the lady looked at him. No matter what we do, we can never feel her pain. Her husband has left in such a hard time when she needs his care and love the most. It's not her fault that she has become like this. It's the situation that made her like this. Taeyang slowly turned his face towards her. Until when she'll suffer like this? His voice was shaky and low while the old lady smiled vaguely. Until someone hold her hand, someone who will erase the darkness and pain from her life. I wish I could do something for her. She's like a daughter to me and seeing her in this condition aches my heart. Taeyang swallowed, looking in the direction from where you left. The moment he saw you crying in that park sitting all alone, he decided to help you in every possible way. When you came in his shop to ask for a part-time, he immediately got happy. Every time he looked at you, he wanted to embrace you and tell you that he's here for you. He didn't even realize when his heart started to beat for you. He is holding back his feelings because he knows your wounds are still fresh and he's afraid of hurting you even a bit. After finishing your work, you got ready to leave, but right then Taeyang also came out, closing the shop. Let's go, I'll drop you home. It's okay, I'll take taxi. You were about to leave, but he grabbed your hand. You looked at him, but then he slowly let go of it. Sorry, you trust taxi driver more than me? No, but I don't want to bother you and I can go by myself. I'm asking you on first place. If I would have been feel bothered, I would never ask you. Let's go. He walked ahead while you sighed and walked behind him, but suddenly your ankle twisted a little. Ouch. Tiang turned back and quickly rushed to you before grabbing your hand as you put your hand on his shoulder to support yourself. Are you okay? My ankle. You said looking down to your ankle as you were not able to stand on your feet. He bent down and touched it. Ouch. He looked up at you. Is it hurting bad? Tears filled in your eyes as you nodded. He got up and picked you up. Let's go to the hospital. It's not that serious. Just drop me home. You need a lot of checkups, anyways. He walked towards the car carrying you. Is it fine now? You slowly nodded. He walked towards his desk and looked at you. Meanwhile, Taeyang was waiting for him to tell what he had asked for. You are in a very crucial stage at this moment. Why ain't she? Everything is good, but you should pay more attention to your health now. Right from eating properly to rest well, you need everything. He then looked at Taeyang. You should take good care of her if she is not paying attention. As a husband, you should know that this time she needs more attention and care. You both looked at each other. The doctor wasn't even aware of that you both are not married. In fact, doesn't belong to each other. Or maybe he just guessed it by himself after seeing how concerned Taeyang is for you. The way he acts can make anyone doubt. He is not my husband. Doctor looked at you and Taeyang as well. Oh, I'm sorry, it was mistaken. Anyways, here are some more checkups you need to get done before this month. Taeyang came forward and took the papers from his hand. The floor from Jungkook's feet felt like sliding when he heard those words. What? I'm sorry, Jungkook, but I can't trust a man like you. I just wanted you to be mine. That's why I told you that I'm pregnant with your child, who isn't real, isn't yours. I don't even love you anymore. I'm getting back to my ex because now I've realized what mistake I have made. How could you do this to me? Just like how you did with your ex-wife. I didn't knew she was also pregnant with your child or else I would have never hold you back. The man who left his pregnant wife for some other woman, how can he be trusted? I'm sorry but I can't. I'm going back to the real father of this child. How excited I was for our marriage and move on with you. But I think people are not wrong when they say you reap what you sow. And I don't want to live in the fear of Jungkook. I can't marry you. She gave him the ring and left from there. Tear escaped from his eyes and now he realized what he has done. He was standing at the same place and situation like how he left you. 6 months later. Here, change his diaper. Taeyang took the diaper from your hand and made his son lay in his crib. It's time to change your diaper, my pumpkin. He removed his diaper and started to change it while tickling him, making the baby giggle. You smiled and walked inside to do some work. You and Taeyang got married recently after you gave birth to your son. He confessed your love, but you were not ready for this change in your life, and most importantly, you still didn't able to forget Jungkook. But Taeyang didn't give up until he finally won your heart and you two got married. He adopted your son like his own and loves him unconditionally. He doesn't care about your past. He wants to spend his future with you and he wants to erase all the pain from your life. Wyan, come here fast. You rushed outside. What happened? He gestured you to look at Jungsu who was giggling and smiling in his sleep. What could be seen in his dreams? You came near him and looked at Jungsu. He must be seeing something good. Maybe our sweet, happy family? You smiled while Taeyang walked behind you and wrapped his arms around your waist, resting his chin on your shoulder. What do you think? He sighed slightly and nodded.